You're listening to the John and Heidi Show, now featuring the wit and wisdom of Dan Farris.
Okay, dudes, let's walk this sucker.
On Sunny 93.3.
It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris. Good Monday morning to you. It's brought to you, by the way, by Sioux Falls, jobfair.com. It is, when it's not this weekend, is it? No, it's a couple weeks. 28th.
28th, John.
Everything's going so fast. I thought maybe I missed it.
It really is.
So, SiouxFallsJobFair.com. Be sure to join us.
Thanks for the last minute invite. I enjoyed Smallapalooza.
Yeah.
Saturday night. Things were going down in Smallville.
I like the name Smallapalooza. Heidi picked that.
It was perfect. It was absolutely perfect.
Yeah, it was,
What?
It was fun. It was good. It was nice. We still have a couple of friends that are in town right now. We're taking them to the airport, and then I'm going to go back to sleep for the rest of the week.
I don't blame you. It was action-packed. What's going on? Let's see. Monday, start of a new week. Congratulations. We made it this far. Whitney Houston would have been 58 today.
Wow, she was so incredibly
Lost
talented.
us way too early.
Holy cow, been 9 years already.
Yeah.
Deion Sanders.
He's a football guy, right?
He's been in all kinds of guys. He was an amazing athlete, pretty cool guy. Deion Sanders made his bones, of course, as a Dallas Cowboys cornerback.
Yeah.
Hall of Famer, 2-time Super Bowl winner, 8-time Pro Bowler. But did you know he also played in the major leagues? Played outfield for the Yankees and the Atlanta Braves.
Really?
Yes.
Did Bo Jackson do that too?
Bo Jackson played pretty much everything. If Bo Jackson wouldn't have gotten injured.
Yeah.
Because he was one of those few athletes that could cross over sports and was really pretty phenomenal in every one of them.
And Michael Jordan was going to go from basketball to
Jordan
baseball.
tried baseball. He was a complete washout.
Well, and the thing is, his press release to announce that he was doing it was September 11th, 2001. It got preempted. Mm-hmm. So, all right, I'll get back to... I'll quit talking sports now. You can listen to that on my sports podcast.
Love when you get out of your lane, John. It's fascinating. One of my favorite actors, and I only say that because actually I was his stunt double in Roadhouse, Sam Elliott.
Oh, yeah. You bear a striking resemblance. It's wear the same shoes.
Hey, I had makeup for like 9 hours. What can I tell you? That's right. Of course, he was a Tombstone, too. But Roadhouse, probably one of the greatest movies ever.
It is a great movie.
Ever made. He played part of Wade Garrett, of course. Kind of hurts, don't it?
Yeah.
He's a neat guy.
He was also in that other one.
Seems to be
Big
very,
Lebowski.
very neat.
He's been in over 60 films, actually.
Be quiet over here. My brain's not quite awake yet.
Sam is 77 today. It was this day in 1898, a young man named Rudolf Diesel of Germany obtains patent for his internal combustion engine, now, of course, known as the Rudolph.
I don't think I think it's known as the Diesel.
See, I just say those things to watch John. That's the
Vin's
only reason I
grandfather,
even
by the way.
do this.
Did you know that's Vin Diesel's
It
grandfather?
is not. What are you doing?
He just loves jamming me up, man. That's all he does. He lives for it. 1945, U.S. drops the second atomic bomb in history.
Yikes, man.
Sad.
The Fat Man on Nagasaki, Japan. And in 1859, I just love this story. I love when a guy just goes, I've got this idea. It might sound a little crazy, but let's see where it goes. It was this day, 1859. A gentleman by the name of Otis Tufts, Tufts, patents the first passenger elevator in the United States.
Oh, yeah, the Otis elevators.
Yeah, you climb in
Nice.
an elevator today, look at the little plate. It
Yeah,
probably does
Otis.
say Otis. These days, Otis maintains over 2 million public elevators worldwide, employs over 69,000 people.
Whoa.
Transporting approximately 2 billion folks on a daily basis. Headquarters out of Farmington, Connecticut these days. And you can find them right here in Sioux Falls, too. They got... We'll set up at 401 East A Street downtown. So.
I used to see them up the hall. We had an office right around the corner from there.
But isn't that incredible?
Yeah.
Been around that long.
Yeah,
Long
that's
time.
crazy.
Just going, hey, I got this kind of a crazy idea.
Yeah. I used to see the guy in the hallway. I'd say, how's business? He goes, up and down.
I want to party with him. Man, that'd be something. Partying with somebody like that. Wow. You got his number?
I do.
Okay, great. Well, I know you know. I'm glad we could get through this. We could just move forward.
I promise I'll behave the rest of the show.
He sounds just wacky.
It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris, brought to you this whole month by Sioux Falls JobFair.com.
I'm Nick from PureCannaCompany.com. We create the purest form of CBD with just 3 ingredients. CBD, as simple as 1, 2, 3. Everything is 100% natural, GMO-free, gluten-free, kosher, and made in the USA. From the soil to the oil, we provide the purest form of CBD. We also keep the prices low, so we can help as many people as possible. Learn more at PureCannaCompany.com. Oils, lotions, bath bombs, and more. Use promo code RADIO to save 10% at PureCanna, PureCannaCompany.com.
And now stuff Dan finds interesting.
And it is time for Stuff Dan Finds Interesting. And what do you find interesting on this fine Monday?
I think, we talked about the Otis Elevator Company.
Yeah,
How
we
long
did.
they've been around. And then it's things you never know what's going to take off. If you've ever watched like documentaries on, Star Wars, how that first film came to be. It was problematic. Nobody really believed in it. None of the actors were well known.
A lot of companies turned it down.
It was pretty crazy. It was sci-fi. Nothing really been tried. And really nobody had any hopes for it. It wasn't even promoted because the studios wouldn't pay a bunch of promotional bucks to get it done. And look where it is now. And it's the gift that just keeps on giving. Due to open in 2022, so in other words, just not even a half year away, the Disney companies are saying the force is going to be strong with this one. It is going to be the grand opening of the Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser Hotel. Walt Disney's new Star Wars themed hotel. Wow. You can expect to pay pretty nice, about $1,200 per person per night.
Wow.
What?
That's
I'm not making that up. That's
a lot
going
of
to be
change.
kind
No
of the
way.
no.
Heidi,
Would
I'm
Dan
just
lie to you?
reading the story here. That's all I'm doing. That's all I'm doing.
Would he ever stretch the truth, Heidi?
But they do have packages. Say you've got, 2 adults, 2 children, so you got a 4-person package. That's just going to be $749 per night per person. The standard yet fully immersive Star Wars cabin. You get lightsabers and everything.
Nice.
So this family of 4, only $6,000 a night, or for a 2-night stay, something like that. But each stay comes with free food and beverages.
Okay, that's what I was going to. Is this an all-inclusive package?
Valet parking, access to activities like lightsaber training,
And you get your own Wookiee.
as well as access to Disney's Hollywood studios.
Okay, so it's your admission into the parks, and it's
Lot of stuff
It's
comes with
okay.
Yeah.
So this is an all-inclusive package. This is an
That
all-inclusive
$6,000
vacation.
thing you're talking. That'd
Yeah,
be 2
plus food and
nights.
beverage and everything else. But,
Yeah, okay.
It's still
Well,
going to be. It's still going to be steep.
It's very steep, but I mean, we went to Disney and just a snow cone's going to set you back that. So
Yeah, it was.
so really, it's
pretty
not a bad deal.
And Dan, you want to hear how smart I am? I took Heidi there when she was pregnant with Taylor and was hungry every 3 minutes.
Wasn't hungry. I would get sick if I didn't eat
Yeah.
every
And then
every half hour or so.
I do the same thing all the time, so it cost us about $7,000 just in the food.
Though, I got to say, John, knowing you as long as I have, and watching, and the fact is, you two have been married, over 20 years now.
21, going on
It's fascinating
22.
to watch, but I just want to know. I respect consistent people.
Yeah.
And you consistently make the worst decisions I've ever seen in my life.
I really do.
It is absolutely mesmerizing to me. It's fascinating.
It's like this is a plan over here that's got a smooth road, no problem. This one's a bumpy road. Here's the one John's on.
Almost a day doesn't go by where you don't do or say something where I go, what?
Yeah, that's true.
Seriously? Okay.
So even when I picked the day to get married, when our anniversary is the February 11th, that is the dumbest time of the year to get married. You know what is happening on February 11th? Everything is more expensive because of Valentine's Day. I should have gotten married like on the 16th.
Too late, John.
Would
I
have all
know.
been on clearance.
Everything would have been on sale. I didn't think that through.
So if Star Wars is your thing, just give it a couple months and whip out those credit cards and go nuts, man.
We should see if we can do like a weekend giveaway.
I've never been in that kind of tax bracket. When my kids were little, they watched it. We need to go to Disney World. Today's Disney World. You know what? Mow the lawn, pave the driveway, and those gutters ain't going to clean themselves. You're 2 and 5 years old. Let's go.
Time to start earning your keep.
Move it.
All right. Dan, thank you very much, sir.
Hey, absolutely.
That is also stuff we find interesting on this little segment we like to call Stuff Dan Finds Interesting. Hi, I'm John, and I'm here to show small businesses that radio is a great investment. So, what do you have here?
This is a Chinese Ming vase.
Wow, that looks expensive and a bit fragile.
Yes, it's valued at... Oh, my God, what are you doing?
Hey, that was fragile.
Why did you do that?
To show everyone that radio advertising is a much better investment than some old pottery. Sure hope you had insurance on that thing. Let BetterResultsAdvertising.com bring your message to life right here on the radio. Here's the legal lady.
No priceless heirlooms were destroyed. It was all in your mind. Thanks to BetterResultsAdvertising.com.
Time now for your morning coffee break, brought to you by Kaladi's Bistro on the corner of 26th and Minnesota Avenue in Sioux Falls. Dan Farris back in the studio here. You're chuckling over this.
I am. This is just going to be so different than normally the kinds of things we talk about during this segment. Over the course of being in media and broadcast and blah blah blah, and you guys as well. Promotions are promotions are promotions.
Right.
Yeah.
I am. This has got to be one of the greatest things ever, and it's going on in Sioux Falls, and it's happening this Saturday, and it's through Hy-Vee.
Oh, yeah.
And John, you shared this with me.
Share this.
I was going to ignore it, but then I started thinking about it. I went,
I thought it was made up.
it's like you wanted to be a fly on the wall in the marketing meeting when they came up with this. I love this so much. In case you aren't aware yet, it's happening this Saturday, August 14th at from 4 to 5:30. It's an hour and a half event. The Hy-Vee on South Louise Avenue. 50 Cent is going to be in the house, ladies and
I want
gentlemen.
to make sure you understand. We're not being paid to talk about this.
No, we're not.
We're doing
We're
it.
not. 50 Cent.
Yeah.
Rapper, gangsta, OG.
And he's been shot how many times?
Homeboy. 50 Cent has been shot 897 times.
Holy cow. This guy's lucky to be alive.
About half of his organs are lead at this point. But 50 Cent going to be in the house, and he's going to be signing bottles of liquor. 'Cause
Just don't. You can't even make this up.
no, I'm not making this up.
I think what we should do is we should come up with a competing event. We should try to maybe work with Sunshine to get like Casey and the Sunshine Band there to sign.
But here's the thing: if you know anything about 50 Cent, pretty good dude.
Yeah.
Pretty righteous guy. I have no problem with 50 Cent.
Absolutely.
My son had his first CD. It is what it is. But it says here, join us at your Louise Avenue Hy-Vee, as we welcome Curtis, 50 Cent, Jackson. And it all has to do with the expansion of their Sire Spirits at select Hy-Vee stores. So they're jacking up their liquor selection departments. Bottles of Branson Cognac and Le Chemin du Roi Champagne will be available for purchase, and you'll have the opportunity to have your bottle signed by 50 Cent.
Nice.
And who wouldn't want? So bring the kids.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see how much those two particular
So they're
bottles
expanding their
cost.
liquor store even more?
Yeah.
About
Apparently
time.
they're
It's
doing a build
getting
out.
hard to find liquor in this town.
He's not willing to sign like my 12-pack of Natty Light. Is that what you're saying?
I don't know. He's 50 Cent. Who knows where this is going to go?
I just like hearing Dan say it. 50 Cent.
I'm a huge fan. I mean, when I go over the weekend, I said, hey, Alexme, or whatever your name is, play some 50 Cent. And I'll just rock through Bulletproof, Power of the Dollar, Get Rich or Die Trying, Straight to the Bank are my favorite, In the Club.
In the club. Oh, yeah.
Which starts out, go, 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 go. Go, shorty, it's your birthday. We gon' party like it's your birthday. We gon' sip Bacardi like it's your birthday. And we don't give a bleep that it's not your birthday. They don't write them like that anymore.
They
sure don't.
They don't.
It's on my ringtone.
Well, Dan. Sad
I
to
can
see
make
you go.
that happen for you, actually.
Oh, yeah,
if
she
you would like that.
Don't
I can
leave
make
your
that
phone set out. Heidi will do that.
Again, I want to call the Hy-Vee marketing department and
What
just
was
go, hey,
Yeah,
can you
how'd
guys
this all come together?
How'd y'all pull this off? Because I think it's pretty spectacular.
It is. Yeah, I'm still thinking we're going to have to see if we can get like Donny Osmond at Aldi signing broccoli. I mean, why not? That's the next thing. Hey, Dan, thanks for coming in, man.
Hey, my pleasure. This made it all worth it.
We may have you stick around because Ranger Dan is still on administrative leave.
Some folks were asking me about that, and I'm, it's like I'm trying
to figure out if we're bringing him back and when we're bringing him back, or if we're bringing him back. And
I think you guys made the right call. Actually.
Oh, absolutely made the right call.
Should
have been done months ago.
On the other hand, it wasn't really intentional. I mean, Ranger Dan is Ranger Dan. What makes sense to Ranger Dan may not make sense to 99.9% of the rest of the population.
That's true.
But I don't think it was done mean-spirited.
No malice.
He just seemed kind of confused. But
well, we're still mulling over what we're going to do there, but we've got something coming up. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris, brought to you this week by Sioux Falls JobFair.com.
I kind of feel like I've been talking about BetterCreditCards.com forever now, but we want to mention that BetterCreditCards.com is designed to help you get a better credit card. Why should that matter to you? Because this can save you money every single month. There's no fee to check it out, so when you get a minute, click on the website BetterCreditCards.com and see if we can help you find a better credit card. Do it today. BetterCreditCards.com. That's BetterCreditCards.com.
Time now for a bright spot of news, brought to you by Paul's Designer Showroom on Lake Lorraine and Sioux Falls. They can brighten any room with a beautiful light fixture, and we are going to brighten your day right now with some positive news. I have Chris Holmes joining me. Chris is a professional recruiter, and Chris has a new book called Ignite Your Career. I thought this would be really cool to visit with Chris right now. We're hosting the first ever Sioux Falls Job Fair, not this weekend, not next weekend, but the following weekend, August the 28th. So we would love to help you find a job. SiouxFallsJobFair.com, all the details on that. But let's start with Chris. How you doing, Chris?
I am great, John. How are you?
I'm fantastic. And I'm excited to visit with you because I know there are a lot of companies that are looking for people, and there are a lot of people who are looking for new opportunities. And your new book, Ignite Your Career, this is a really good thing for people to be able to find a good next step, isn't it?
It absolutely is. And the thing when I wrote my book that I tried so hard to do was make it really readable, relatable, and actionable.
And I'm looking at this book, and it's chock full of all kinds of tips on how to help people find that perfect job for them.
Absolutely. The upfront part is all the strategic elements you need to think through to figure out, where do I want to go? It starts off with figuring out, who are you? What are your innate strengths? How are you hardwired? And with your hardwiring, what are the careers that you could go to that innately you'd be set up for success? And then it goes into the phases of your career, what you want to think about in each phase, why culture is so important, and why when you make decisions, you have always got to think long-term, because if you don't, you're going to do like I did, which is trip up and make decisions based on silly things like money or title, where in reality it doesn't matter how fast you're running, John, if you're on the wrong track, you're going nowhere fast.
Absolutely.
And then the back half of the book is all the strategic, all the tactical pieces, how to write a great resume, how to network, how to apply for roles, how to do interview prep, negotiate, and resign appropriately. So people have called it a career Bible.
That's really cool. Again, the book is called Ignite Your Career. Now, we're working on the Sioux Falls Job Fair right now. It's coming up on the 28th of August. It'll be here before you know it. And we're talking to people right now that are young people who are maybe just getting a start in the job market, but we're also talking to people who maybe last year were let go due to COVID and trying to find a better opportunity. Is the advice different for younger people and older people, or is it the same advice for everybody?
The advice would be different, but the stories would be different. But the advice would really be very similar, which is go back to the basics. What are you great at? Who are you? What are your strengths? And where should that take you? And I'm a great example of that, John. I went to Kellogg Business School. I was in marketing for a decade, and I was great at some things, and some things were a real struggle for me. I got through, but I think I had to work 5 times as hard as some other people, and then my company got sold. And I happened to reach out to my favorite recruiter and say, okay, get me a job. We want to stay here in St. Louis. And he threw out, come work for me.
Nice.
And it took me back, but I talked to mentors, and I really thought about what are my favorite parts of my job, and it all kept coming back to the people part. And so I decided to take the leap, and from day one, this job was easy. I mean, it felt like breathing, and it's because it aligned so well with my strengths. So I learned it firsthand. If you can find a job that aligns with your strengths, it doesn't have to be a struggle.
That's fantastic. And Chris really does know what she's talking about. She's literally written the book on this topic now, and you've got some of the biggest names in the industry that are just singing your praises. That's got to feel pretty good.
I am humbled, and by the folks who wrote the recommendations in the book. And then if you go to Amazon, I am so honored because it's people everywhere from chief marketing officers to kids who are in college who are reading the book, and it resonates with them, and it's helping them, which is really the reason I wrote it. It's like I work with candidates every day, but I can only talk to so many people in a day, and that's why I wrote the book, because I feel like the knowledge is so important and so relevant, and I wanted to get it out broad scale.
Chris, I think that's a great idea. Thank you so much for doing what you're doing for people.
I appreciate it, John.
Chris Holmes, the book is Ignite Your Career. I've got a link to it on our Facebook page, facebook.com/sunnyradio, facebook.com/Sioux Falls News. And for this one, I also have it at facebook.com/Sioux Falls Job Fair or SiouxFallsJobFair.com.
Addiction is a problem for many, and addiction can drive away those you love the most. Addiction can also lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and if you're not careful, addiction can even cost you your life. TimeForRehab.com reminds you that you don't need to let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at TimeForRehab.com. We want to help. TimeForRehab.com. That's TimeForRehab.com.
Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show bonus hour. At this time, you would usually hear Ranger Dan's Critter Corner. Because of an incident that happened last week, we still have Ranger Dan on administrative leave, which, again, was the right call. But we will have a bonus right now. It's a best of Ranger Dan coming your way. Thanks for listening on a Monday.
Yes, sir. I'm Ranger Dan.
Good morning, Ranger Dan.
Good morning, Ranger Dan.
And a heartfelt, snappy little salute off the well-starched brim the Ranger Dan kept to you, too. Look at you over there, Arlo. Hello, Heidi.
Hello.
Good morning, you little chickadee, you. I tell you what, you're a sight for sore eyes, and my eyes are constantly sore. Hey, little radio rangers. Just to put things in perspective here, about a week or so ago, we started a little series that we did about a year or so back, and it's been just a whole heck of a lot of fun. We're working our way through the alphabet, for ding-dong sakes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which means we're going to have around 18, 19 critters right in there by the time all said and done.
I know, isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
And if I'm not mistaken, today brings us to a critter that starts with the letter F.
Okay.
F. Think of critters with the letter F that starts what they are. You got your fox, your frogs, your fish, your falcons, your flamingos, your ferrets, your fleas, your flies, your fire ants, your fiddler crabs, and a little thing called a frill-necked lizard. Now, some of these critters, all of these critters, start with the letter F. But you know what else all those critters have in common?
What's that?
That also starts with the letter F.
What?
They can all be used for food.
That, I suppose, is true.
Who doesn't love a nice fish fillet or a steaming plate of deep-fried frog legs? I know I do, and you know what else? And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking about Ranger Dan. Who in the heck eats fleas, flies, ferrets, and flamingos? Well, you'd be surprised, little radio ranger. All these critters are plentiful and packed with protein.
Okay.
Which reminds me, right now, Ranger Dan Enterprise, a division of Ranger Dan Global, a possible nonprofit 501c3 organization, is having a blowout sale on Ranger Dan Critter Jerky.
Oh, yeah.
Right now, you buy a 5-pound package, variety assorted flavors of jerky for just $29.95 plus shipping and handling. You'll receive an additional 5-pound variety pack for just $27.95. You'll save dollars.
Nice. Very nice.
Meanwhile, Ranger Dan Jerky is guaranteed to be made of 100% real critters. Order today, because at these prices, they won't last long, pretty much like that stray cat in your neighborhood. Allow 37 to 54 weeks for delivery. That's all the time we have, Radio Rangers. Remember, if the good Lord hadn't wanted us to eat critters, he wouldn't have made about a meat. This is Ranger Dan.
That's true.
Say it with me.
Yes, sir.
I'm Nick from PureCannaCompany.com. We create the purest form of CBD with just 3 ingredients. CBD, as simple as 1, 2, 3. Everything is 100% natural, GMO-free, gluten-free, kosher, and made in the USA. From the soil to the oil, we provide the purest form of CBD. We also keep the prices low so we can help as many people as possible. Learn more at PureCannaCompany.com. Oils, lotions, bath bombs, and more. Use promo code RADIO to save 10% at PureCanna, PureCannaCompany.com.
Here's your Market Beat Minute for Monday, August 9th, 2021. Investors got the strong jobs report they wanted Friday, but the equity markets did not respond as forcefully as investors may have expected. However, the Dow and the S&P 500 still closed at record highs, but the Nasdaq, which includes many of the biggest tech stocks, closed in the red. Gold and oil were also down for the day, and the yield on the 10-year Treasury note rose to close higher for the first time in 5 weeks. The U.S. Labor Department reported that the economy added a net 943,000 jobs in July. That was nearly 100,000 higher than the initial estimate. Other report highlights include a lowering of the unemployment rate to 5.4% and an upward revision to the initial disappointing June number. This week will bring further debate as analysts are split on how the Federal Reserve will interpret this strong jobs number. You can get the inside track from Wall Street's brightest minds delivered directly to your inbox every day at marketbeatminute.com.